Sorry to interrupt you, but I just remember that.
Okay,
I saw him out there on the one of the waves, and I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we have to get that right. Obviously, this is big time. I'm excited. We've been up here for about 4 hours getting ready for this thing at least. Well, we got, I guess, a good almost 4 hours early, so we're prepared, and we've been waiting for this one for a while. Here is the opening kickoff, and it is a pooch kick going to be fielded by number 12, Justin Hall. He's going to keep it and get down at about the 33-yard line, where it's going to take, where the Lumberjacks are going to take over 1st and 10 from there. You don't have a clock on your screen, I don't think. And the reason being, the technology it takes to put that exact clock up is pretty expensive. We're not there yet, but 11:53 on the clock. I'll continue to give you updates on the clock and how much time's left throughout the game. But hopefully you got the score, and I'll give you scores also. 1st and 10 from the 33. Drake Jones at quarterback, hands it off to Gilbert up the middle, and he is going to get about 2 yards on the play, all the way down to the 35, and it will be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, just a handoff up the middle to Gilbert. You know, we've kind of faked the speed sweep, got that action going with Trey English. I'd expect maybe to see him, get a handoff here before too long, but just running the ball, obviously giving it to our workhorse, and trying again, 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down and 8, Jones sets up in a shotgun formation. Gilbert to his right. 11:20 on the clock. Jones drops back looking to pass, throwing it over the middle, and just incomplete. Went through the hands of number 5, Trey English. It will be 3rd down and 8 for the Lumberjacks.
Well, it looked like those were just hitch routes right there, and Trey English just couldn't quite get his hands on it. Kind of firing, kind of hot, it looked like. Maybe a little bit of nerves there.
Well, this is a big down right here. 3rd down and 8 for the Lumberjacks. You need to pick up a 1st down here to keep this drive going, obviously, because you're in territory. We're going to have to punt the football away if you don't get it. But it would be a big deal to have at least a sustained drive here early in this game. Jones out of shotgun on 3rd down, rolling to the right. Throwing, incomplete, a little bit low, and number 7, Jalen Cobb, not able to haul that one in. It will be 4th down, and you will see the punt team come out here for the Lumberjacks. Savion Gilbert, of course, our punter, and he'll try to boom this away. Looking pretty good early in pregame, Savion was with punting the football, but now he's got the wind into his face, and we'll see how that changes things.
Yeah, and just a rollout play right there from Jones, just kind of skip the ball to Cobb.
A low line drive punt, going to land it around the 40, and it takes a very, very dead bounce, and it will be down at the 40 by number 51. I believe that's Jason Sandine.
Yeah, and just tried to keep it low right there so wind wouldn't catch it, and it was probably about as far as that one was going to go anyway, with the way the wind's been blowing tonight, blowing obviously into Savion's face that time.
11:04 on the clock left here in the first quarter. Score still 0-0. That was just a door closing. That wasn't anything bad, I promise. Wind's blowing pretty heavy up here. Kyle Frazier at quarterback for the Saints. Hand off to Harper to the right side. And we may see the weakness there on the Lumberjack defense. We've struggled stopping the run all year, and we struggled right there. An early 1st down pickup for the Shiloh Christian Saints.
Yeah, just kind of, a off-tackle play, and had a chance to kind of tackle him pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but couldn't do it.
Out of shotgun, Frazier. We got a flag here. This may be a false start. Perhaps a little break here. We're actually on the visitor's side here in the visitor's press box, so most of the calls, I guess, are going to be facing the home side. But we will see here. Well, I'm not sure what that was.
I think they just weren't ready to set the ball and play yet, and decided to stop play.
All right, so it will be 1st and 10 from the Lumberjack 49-yard line. Shiloh Christian has the football, as you can see. Score still 0-0, 10:40 on the clock. Not really sure why the clock's running, just out of curiosity. Well, yeah, it is. We just ran the football. That's why it's running. In motion, Frazier. We got a flag now, and this may be a false start finally.
Yeah, I believe this one should be a false start.
Here's the call, and that's exactly
what
it is.
Delay of game is what it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah, an official. I saw it. He didn't do his arms like that.
All right. Again, he's facing the opposite direction.
Yeah,
it's tough to see, but apparently delay of game. And now it will be 1st down at 15 with 10:30 remaining on the clock here in the first. Score 0-0. As you can see, hopefully that's at the top left of the corner. Hopefully you guys can see that. Again, that was a door. Folks going in and out of the press box. We apologize for that. Frazier out of shotgun on 1st and 15. He keeps it himself, and this time he's not going anywhere. Actually lost a yard, and it will be 2nd down and 16.
Yeah, a host of Lumberjacks on the tackle there. I noticed number 44, freshman Kendrick Newton leading the charge, and maybe even Chris Cross and Alan Tatum and Jalen Cobb all getting a little bit of that tackle right there.
Yeah, 10:06 left in the first. Frazier getting the call from the sidelines. He's going to set up in shotgun formation with the back to his left. Getting his receiver set, brings a man in motion. Speed sweep to the left. Stephon Hampton misses one tackle. Actually slowed him up, though. The ball may have come out. The Lumberjacks are diving around. We'll see what the official call is going to be. We're looking. I couldn't tell. They're going to say that
Shiloh's ball.
They're going to say Shiloh Christian did keep the football. Coach Embry really wanted that one, you could tell. But it will be 3rd down now and about 14 yards to go for the first this is a big chance for the Lumberjacks so they can stop Shiloh Christian.
Yeah, and number 58, Stephon Hampton, strung that play out and couldn't quite make the play, and then it looked like number 55, Chris Cross, finished it off. Like you said, though, real important play here. If we can force them to maybe, surely they would punt the ball on their side of the 50.
On 3rd down, they drop back to pass, and sacked by number 4. That's Cody Green.
Cody Green back from injury.
Big time play for number 4, Cody Green back. And Frazier obviously is the punter also, I believe, for Shiloh Christian, so he's going to drop back to punt this football away.
Yeah, I did notice he was the leading punter in the state by average in the Gazette this morning, but he's only punted 8 times this year.
You're going to have a tough time seeing it, but the rain's coming down pretty hard right now. Frazier punts this one away, back deep. Number 23, Alan Tatum, but this one goes out of bounds into the stands. Wow. That may not help the average.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to help the 47-point,
whatever
yard average it was.
Lumberjacks are going to take over at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Big opportunity there for the Lumberjacks now. We get the ball back after being stopped early. Both teams, Shiloh Christian does have 1 first down on the night now, though. Lumberjacks still need to get that. 8:25 left on the clock in the first. 0-0 your score. Warren just needs to hang in this one. Honestly, if you're still in it after the first half, that's an accomplishment. Jones out of shotgun, hands this one off to Gilbert. He breaks it out to the left side, falls down, though, gets tripped up, and it's loss on the play. It will be 2nd down and long for the Jacks.
And as you can see, it just kind of looks like Shiloh Christian's defensive line is just a little bit overpowering right now, but hopefully we can get that running game on track.
Yeah, that's what they're known for right now. What I've read of them, that defensive line is large, and they're pretty quick.
Yeah, just large and athletic, and we got a couple of youngsters up there on the offensive line, 1 sophomore and 1 freshman, so that's going to be something to watch out for.
Jones out of shotgun, Gilbert to his right, drops back to pass, throws it to the right, and incomplete. Not many folks in that area. Maybe a miscommunication on the route, and it will be 2nd down, actually 3rd down and long for.
Yeah, it looked like Jalen was running some kind of out and up or hitch and go or something, and Drake was just throwing the out route or the hitch route, and then it just wasn't there.
Again, you are watching SeleneRiverChronicle.com. I keep wanting to say you're listening, but you're watching it. 7:42 on the clock in the first. Drake Jones at quarterback for the Lumberjacks, 3rd down and long. He sets up in shotgun formation, dropping back to pass, looking downfield, going deep. Number 5, Trey English. And it is incomplete. Had a chance to be intercepted, but tough play right there. It would have been just as good as a punt, in all honesty, but instead we're going to have to send out Savion Gilbert.
Yeah, just good coverage. I think if he would have got it to his outside shoulder, maybe we would have had a chance to complete that play, but just didn't do it. And, you're seeing freshman quarterback right now.
Here's the kick from Gilbert. It's actually tipped, I believe. And it's going to bounce, take a Shiloh bounce. And going to be finally down by the Lumberjacks at the 49-yard line. Good field position for Shiloh Christian. That's 2 punts that have taken terrible bounces for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing about playing on the, artificial turf. You never know what the ball's going to do, and just not very good display of the punting game so far by either side.
Yeah, if you're looking at the field and you're wondering why it looks so good, it's because it's not grass. It's obviously artificial turf, but it looks good, and the facilities here are very nice. And we've had a very warm reception from Shiloh Christian. They come out very quickly. Frazier out of shotgun. He's going to keep it to the left. Breaks several tackles, breaks another, and he's going to be all the way down inside the 35-yard line to about the 31. And the Saints will have 1st and 10 now deep inside Lumberjack territory. That's our weakness.
Well, that was just a quarterback power play, and it was there, and just ran it straight up the middle, and they're hurrying up trying to, get this ball in the end zone.
5 wide. Frazier out of shotgun, throws the screen, quick screen to the left. And they are going to be inside the 10, it looks like, all the way down to around the 8 or 9 yard line. Tough to kind of see from here. They'll have it 1st and goal, obviously. 7:08 left here in the first. Comes out in shotgun. Shiloh does with a 2-back set. Frazier takes the snap. It's a low snap. He's got to keep this one himself. Breaks a couple of tackles. He is into the end zone. Touchdown Shiloh, and the score is now 6-0.
Yeah, and he actually fumbled the snap, but had enough time to pick it up and find a hole, and just a couple missed tackles and had to tackle him into the end zone.
7:03 on the clock. Shiloh setting up to attempt the extra point now to make it 7-0. Here's the snap. Holds good. The kick is up. And it is good. Score now 7-0. Shiloh Christian now on top 7-0 over Lumberjacks, and I need to take another opportunity to read off some information from the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football game, is a voluntary, nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. And that message from the Arkansas Activities Association. Score now 7-0, 7:03 remaining on the clock in the first. Back deep, set to return this kickoff. Number 6, Savion Gilbert. Number 5, Trey English. And number 7, Jalen Cobb. Here's the kickoff. We might see another pooch. Nope, this one's going to go deep. Going to be fielded by number 5, Trey English. He's got speed to the 30. Can't quite get through that official line, and we get it all the way down to about the 29-yard line. And that's where the Lumberjacks take over 1st and 10 with 6:57 left on the clock.
Yeah, just, they tried to pooch it last time to keep it away from our athletes, and that time they decided to kick it to Trey English, and just not much running room up the middle there, and he got as much as he could.
All right, 1st and 10. Jacks need an offensive drive here to make things go for us. We can't win this one if we don't score, obviously. Nobody ever can. Drake Jones out of shotgun brings English in motion from the right, and he was going to have it on a speed sweep to the right. But we've got a flag, and it's probably going to be a motion penalty on the Lumberjacks. We're looking for the call, waiting on it. You're seeing the official right there. That's exactly what it is. Maybe an illegal shift. And I thought one of our tackles might have moved.
Yeah, it could have been both our tackles are both young kids, as we've said. Jamal Bell, freshman, playing right tackle, and Brent Strickland, a sophomore, playing left tackle.
1st and 15. Jones out of shotgun, drops back, looking to the left, now looking to the right. Pass incomplete, intended for number 23, Allen Tatum. And it will be 2nd down and 15 for the orange and black of Warren.
Well, it looked like that one was right on the money, and Tatum just couldn't come up with it. It looks ball might be kind of slick right now. Rain's coming down pretty good. Pretty good coverage on the play too, though. But I thought that was a pretty good throw from Drake.
All right. Now it's 2nd down and 15. Jones sets up in shotgun with Gilbert to his left. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass. It's a screen intended for number 5, Trey English. He's got it. Trying to break a couple of tackles, but cannot get past that second line. And looks like we may have lost yards on the play again, 3rd down.
Well, we had the perfect play call right there. They brought the house. We had the blitz, and the player that made that play was the guy that tipped the ball for Shiloh Christian. Even though Trey still caught it, he gave his defenders just enough time to get to Trey, and if they wouldn't have caught him, Trey had a lot of room in front of him.
He did. Rain really coming down heavy now. I don't know how chilly it's supposed to get tonight, but the rain may hinder our passing game. It could. Jones now on 3rd down, sets up in shotgun, looking to pass to the left. Had pressure brought and should have been intercepted, but it's not. And it will be 4th down and about 15 or 16 yards to go. And Savion Gilbert will have to punt this one away. 6:10 remaining in the first. Score 7-0. Shiloh Christian over the Lumberjacks to this point. So that's 3 offensive possessions, or 3 offensive possessions that we haven't been able to get anything going. Another punt takes a dead bounce and will be down again at the 49-yard line, basically at midfield. Shiloh Christian sets up, and, with this short field, it makes things a lot simpler for them.
Yeah, they're just not having to march down the field very much right now. We obviously just can't do very much right now. If you can see the rain, it's blowing a certain way, and that's because the wind's blowing that way. And hopefully, in field position swaps, maybe we'll at least still have a chance at the end of this quarter and still be in it. And maybe we'll get a couple of those punts to go our way. But
yeah, if you see some blurry spots, that's where the water's hitting the glass. We'll try our best to keep that as cleaned off as we can, but it's really coming down now. Hopefully, I looked at my radar a few minutes ago on the iPhone, and it's going to be here for a while. It looks like Frazier on shotgun, 1st and 10, hands this one off up the middle, and they big yardage gained all the way, probably 8 yards, maybe 9, close to a 1st down.
Well, another situation. I mean, we had people there in the hole, ready to make the tackle, and we just couldn't do it. And we're lucky he didn't bust that one all the way for 6, probably.
Sure thing. 5:38 left in the first. Frazier out of shotgun, brings a man in motion from the right side, hands it off to him, breaks 1 tackle, but cannot get past the 2nd. They lost yards. Now going to be 3rd down for Shiloh Christian. Big play right there for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Cody Green had it red, just couldn't quite make the play, but I had a couple other guys there to, step it up and be a 3rd and about 3 yards, I guess, for Shiloh Christian.
At 5:10 on the clock left in the first. Again, you are watching SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Denton Cuthbertson. Ryan Mosley, our cameraman, doing a good job for us. On 3rd down and about 3, Frazier takes the snap, keeps it himself. We got a flag on the play, and that is going to be possibly a block in the back. Frazier takes this one all the way into the end zone, but we do have a flag in the backfield. That's probably going to be coming back.
Yeah, it should be a hold or a block in the back, like you said. Should be coming back. Definitely coming back.
It was against Shiloh Christian, and it will negate that 6 points and bring it all the way back. It looked like maybe Alan Tatum stepped up and had a chance to make the play there, and that's where the penalty flag was thrown. I think he may have been held from the back.
Yeah, I think that was one of those situations where, sometimes they throw those flags away from the play, but that one right there was one that really sprung it out, and was what made that play. And, good call by the officials. Glad they saw it.
Rain still coming down here. Got a pretty good crowd here for the Lumberjacks. A lot of folks traveled up here to watch this one, surprisingly. A pretty long haul, but they came up here. 3rd down and 14. Frazier now takes a snap. Looks to pass. Cody Green has the rush. It's a screen. And they've got it set up nicely. They pick up the 1st down, get all the way down to the 31-yard line of the Warren Lumberjacks, and they will have a 1st and 10 situation with 4:39 left on the clock in the first.
Just a good play call and a good executed football play right there. We just only way we would have stopped that is if I think maybe it's Stephon Hampton, who was in the backfield, could have got his hand on the ball, and he just couldn't. Kyle Frazier was able to dump it over him, and it was pretty much just trying to make sure we didn't get to the end zone before we tackled him after that happened.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Frazier drops back. Another screen. This one falls incomplete. Timing a little bit off right there. And 4:30 left on the clock here.
And it's going to be a roughing the passer against Jalen Cobb.
So Cobb sent on the blitz. He's not too happy with it, obviously. I wasn't paying attention to him at the time. I saw the screen, but that's going to be against Warren. That's a 15-yarder, isn't it?
Yeah, personal foul.
Yeah. So that's going to move Shiloh well inside Lumberjack territory. Officials getting it marked off. They're going to now be inside the red zone all the way down to about the 17-yard line where they have it 1st and 10. 7-0 Saints on top of the Lumberjacks. Frazier going to be set up in a shotgun formation. I believe that's Harper, number 4, in the backfield with him. He gets the football to the left side, and that's easy. That's too easy for Shiloh, and they're into the end zone. Touchdown Saints. Score now 13-0. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say either our offense gets going or this is going to be a very quick night.
Yeah, we're going to have to get our offense going, and Harper just run up the middle, and he looks like he's got some speed, and run defense has been our weakness all year, and it's showing again.
The Saints set up to attempt this extra point. Snap looks pretty good. The hold's good. Kick is up, and it is good. Score now 14-0 Saints on top. I'll take another opportunity to read you another message. We need to read these off from the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. Again, that message from the Arkansas Activities Association. Score 14-0 Saints on top of the Warren Lumberjacks. 4:31 remaining in the first quarter. This could be a long night for the Lumberjacks if we can't get our offense going, and you're already down 14 points. Your defense is gonna have to show up at some point.
Yeah, our defense, we were able to stop them on their first drive. Looked pretty good, and we're just gonna have to get our run game going. I think hopefully we don't abandon it.
Here's the kickoff. It's an onside kick, surprisingly. And it goes out of bounds, luckily, for the Lumberjacks. Wow, interesting call there from the Saints. I'm not quite sure why you do that, but anyway, that's going to be a flag fly out on that one. And the Lumberjacks will take over. Will they re-kick, or will they have to take this over somewhere? I guess it's our choice, is it not?
I think we're going to take it over right here, and I think Justin Hall may have actually touched it before it went out of bounds, so that changes everything. So there'll be no penalty on the play, but we get the ball where the ball went out of bounds, and good field position.
All right, we want to give a shout-out to Mr. Charles Landers, listening from Texas. Glad to have you tonight. I know we've got a lot more folks listening and watching tonight, but he's been a regular all season. Just want to give him a shout-out. Appreciate his business. A screen here on 1st and 10. Allen Tatum gets it successfully. A gain on the play, but it's not going to get us past midfield. It's actually going to get us down to, it looks like, about the 46 or 47-yard line where it'll be second down.
Yeah, just a quick screen play to Tatum. Just get him the ball and see if he can make a play, and he was able to get a positive gain, 3-4 yards on the play.
4:04 left in the first quarter. 14-0. Shiloh on top. Hopefully you got a scoreboard in the top left portion of your screen. Rain lightening up a tad bit. It's still coming down, though. On second down, Drake Jones at quarterback for the Jacks. Hitch route, thrown up, tipped, and luckily falls incomplete. That was a dangerous one.
Yeah, and another catchable ball right there. It kind of got on Jalen kind of quick, I think, which is why it skipped off his hands and went up in the air, and luckily for us, it fell to the turf.
3:44 left on the clock. 3rd down and 7 for the Lumberjacks of Warren, Arkansas in this first-round playoff game against the Shiloh Christian Saints, struggling. Out of pistol formation, Jones looking to pass. Throw incomplete. Too low. Who was that pass intended for, Dennon?
Number 9, Chris Oliver.
Chris Oliver, he is a freshman, obviously. I guess this is his second or third game to play with the Jacks.
Yeah, third game.
He's one that you're going to hear more about in the future, obviously. Him and Von Eric Gonder, number 85. You can see there he's the slot man on the left. Savion Gilbert now going to have to punt this way on 4th and 7. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. It's a little bit better punt. Shiloh's going to let it bounce, and it takes a great lumberjack bounce all the way down to the 9. So, well, for 2 bad ones, we made up for it there.
Yeah, finally got a positive roll on one, and at least going to make Shiloh Christian drive 90 yards if they're going to get their next touchdown.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing. There was a little bit of glare there from the window, but don't worry about it. It's raining. We got to be inside for this one. A rough. Well, we got a flag on the play, and I'm looking back now. Was that an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lumberjacks? I believe it was. So that's going to be a 15-yarder probably from the end of that play.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't see what the call was. I didn't see who it was on, though, or anything. But
well, it may. They usually don't do it, but was it maybe a sideline infraction?
If it was a sideline warning, I mean, it would have not been called the first time. But someone must have said something, or maybe some kind of late hit. Only thing I can think of. Needless to say, they're still in their worst field position of the night, though, starting out.
Yeah, they are. They're still going to have the football finally. Looks like at about the 28. Yeah, the 28-yard line. No, I'm sorry, the 24. 1st and 10 from the 24. Frazier out of shotgun, takes the snap, pitches this one to the left, and he falls, loss of yards on the play. Cody Green once again with the stop. He's coming up big so far for the Jacks.
Yeah, it's nice to have Cody back, and he's already made his presence felt tonight. And good play right there. Just stretch that play, toss sweep out as far as you could, and made the tackle. And luckily, we made the tackle on the first hit that time, which is something we're going to have to do a lot better job of.
On 2nd down, Frazier keeps this one, but he's tackled. No gain on the play, may have even lost a yard.
And it will be Cody Green again.
Yeah, 3rd down and long. Cody Green with a big stop.
And as you can tell, I think the conditions are starting to get to the players now. Balls bouncing off everybody's hands, bad snaps, dropping the snap, really affecting the teams right now.
3rd and 13. Frazier drops back looking to pass. He's got pressure, though. Rolls right, looking deep. He's got a man wide open, complete. Wow, big gain on the play. Wow. Well, that play just took so long to develop. The secondary just couldn't quite stay with it. Frazier did a nice job of, just staying out of danger's way.
Well, that's what happens when you have a mobile quarterback like that can extend the play. And Justin Hall did a great job busting his butt trying to get over there.
Yeah, it wasn't
able to make the tackle, but it just
it wasn't terrible coverage. Here's a shovel pass up the middle to Harper, and he is going to get all the way down inside the Warren 30 to the 29-yard line, and that's where Shiloh Christian will have it 1st and 10 with 2:14 remaining in the first quarter. Score 14-0.
Yeah, just a shovel pass right there to number 4, Garrett Harper, and easy yardage again.
Your screen's going to be a little blurry now. That rain is really picking up here. Hopefully you're still going to be able to watch it. Oh, and we almost picked it off. Number 23, Alan Tatum, broke on that. I wasn't even going to call it because I was in awe of him breaking. I saw it early.
Actually, that's number 28, Shaq Thomas, that was on the coverage right there.
Okay, it's tough to see those numbers from here, but number 28, Shaq Thomas, broke on that one. Definitely had a chance to pick it off, but with the rain coming down as heavy as it is, no wonder he couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be hard for both teams to throw and catch the football tonight, maybe.
Frazier now out of shotgun formation, throwing it to the right side, incomplete. Just threw that one a little too hard.
Yeah, too hard, a little low and outside right there.
2:01 remaining in the first now after that incomplete pass. Score, as I said, 14-0. Shiloh on top, and that rain just bearing down. We may have to get someone to go out there and wipe off
yeah,
the
it looks pretty
glass.
blurry right now.
I'll try to get someone on that if we could here in just a second. We need someone to wipe off that glass if they could. Frazier throws the screen here to Harper. He breaks through. Touchdown Shiloh. Score now 20-0.
Well, and I think that one looks like Cody Green got held on that play, but it's not going to be called. And again, just another good play call right there on third down, calling the screen, and you know, not much you can do about that when you have a perfect play call like that against you.
All right, 1:52 left on the clock. Screen, I can tell you it's really getting blurry now. I know you folks are having a tough time seeing that. Conditions just aren't very good here tonight. But the extra point was good, and the score is now 21-0. I've got another. There's the scoreboard. You can see it pretty well. If we stay zoomed out somewhat, you can probably tell somewhat of what's going on, but you can tell that rain is really bearing down on that window. Tough to see. All right, we're getting a word. We got a few folks, few staffers watching this elsewhere, and they say that we're able to, it's able to be seen fairly well, so we're going to stick with it. The crowd's actually right down in front of it, so we can't really get out there and wipe it off, or else we would, but it would probably be back the same way in just about 5 minutes.
Too long.
Because the rain is just pouring down, and maybe it'll pass in a few minutes. I don't know, though. So a rough start here for the Lumberjacks, down 21-0. This one looking like it could be what you would call a long night, but it's probably going to be pretty short because if Shiloh's able to put a couple more on the board, a couple more touchdowns, and convert those extra points, we're going to have the mercy rule into effect pretty quick. Gilbert fields this one, and he goes down at around the 34-yard line. That's where the Lumberjacks will take over 1st and 10.
And again, slipping on the turf right there, as you can tell, you know, this is something that we don't do very often at all, playing on artificial surfaces, and it shows a little bit because I know Savion slipped a couple, at least one other time when he took a handoff. So just not really much going the Jacks' way right now.
On 1st and 10, let's see here. Jones drops back, looking to pass. He's got pressure, and he's going to go down at about the 25-yard line. It will be a big loss on the play. 2nd down now for the Lumberjacks. Again, 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. 21-0 your score. Lumberjacks just having a tough time. They can't get anything started offensively, it seems. And defensively, we're honestly getting gutted.
Well, just right there, I think we were going to try and hitch and go and try and hit them, you know, quick on 1st down, but just couldn't give Drake enough time to let that play develop.
Yeah. Drake Jones now out of shotgun, actually he's in pistol formation on 2nd down. Handoff to Gilbert up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles but can't get past the 2nd, and he'll go down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long still for the Lumberjacks with under a minute now, 55 seconds to be exact remaining. And that rain is coming down something awful now. It is bearing down on us very heavily. Coming down rough, and I know you folks are having a tough time seeing that. It's really blurry. I understand that rain. There's just not much to do. It's just coming down pretty bad, and all the windows up here are obviously closed. But we apologize. But the sound should still be good. You're still going to know what's going on because Denon and I are going to call it, and you'll be able to see something. It may be a little blurry, but the rain just coming down very heavily now, and that's causing problems for both teams in terms of throwing the football. All right now, 3rd down for the Lumberjacks. Actually 33.9 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first. 21-0 your score. Shiloh Christian on top of the Lumberjacks. And that rain is still just coming down very, very, very heavily. And we had a flag on that last play. It looks like it was against Shiloh Christian. Offsides against the Saints, so that's going to help out Warren a little bit. It's still going to be about 3rd down and 8 for Warren. But
well, obviously we'll take all the help we can get right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Jones now out of shotgun with Gilbert to the right. 25 seconds remaining on the clock now. He takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass, looks to the left, looks over the middle, pass thrown behind Allen Tatum, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and I'm going to guess that Savion Gilbert will punt this one away.
Yeah, we just can't really seem to get anything started. Drake right now just looks pretty off, not really getting it real close to anyone, and then when he does get it close, it skips off her hands and falls to the turf. Just not much going right now.
Here's the punt from Savion Gilbert. And it's a decent one. Going to be fair caught. Actually, no, they're going to let it bounce, and it takes another Shiloh Christian bounce, but it's going to be down at about the 38-yard line. First and 10 for the Saints. Rain bearing down. I know you can see it, but it's a sight to see here. That is, we got 10 seconds left on the clock in the first, so this will be the last play of the first quarter, and most likely.
Yeah, surely, unless they come out and throw a pass right here, but I wouldn't expect that, but you never know.
That's the truth, and here come the Saints. They are coming out of their huddle right now. 10 seconds left on the clock in the first. Score right now 21-0. Shiloh Christian on top of Warren. Frazier out of shotgun. Looks like he's got a two tight end set. Rolls to the left. Pass complete to the left side. A big gain on the play all the way down to about the 44-yard line of the Warren Lumberjacks. So they are now again in Lumberjack territory. And there's 0.1 seconds left on the clock. But once they get those chains set, I don't think did he go out of bounds?
He was really close to it, but I honestly can't tell you if he did or not.
They're going to say first down.
And
obviously.
I think he did. I don't think they're going to.
So they're going to have 0.1 seconds. I don't know how the clock stops at 0.1 seconds, but there we go. It's off now, and that is the end of the first quarter. I'm going to take a second here to get in one more where our cameraman's doing a good job trying to get that scoreboard there, but with the rain on the window the way it is, it's just tough to see. The Arkansas Activities Association believes that these athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to the skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority, and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences. Again, that message from the Arkansas Activities Association. We're about to get set to start off the second quarter here. Warren having a tough time so far tonight. Glad that you folks could stick with us. We're down 21-0, but we're not, 21-0 can be overcome if our defense can make a serious step up and our offense can ever get going.
Yeah, man, on that last drive, we had a chance to stop him. Got really close to stopping him, but just couldn't quite finish the job. And right now, though, Shiloh's just having their way with this short passing game and running the football.
They've got the football at about the Lumberjack 45-yard line as the field's positions have switched. Looked like they had a tackle in motion, but there's a flag, and that's maybe a hold. And was that Stephon Hampton?
Yep, Stephon
Hampton, big sack on the play. Brought Frazier down, but we'll see what the call is here. I'm sure you may want to decline the penalty here.
I'd decline it if it is, in fact, against Shiloh.
And that is a hold against the Saints, but it's obviously we'll look to the official here. The Lumberjacks do decline that, though. And instead of just that penalty being marked off, it'll now be second down and long for Shiloh Christian. 11:35 left in the second quarter. Kyle Frazier getting a call in from the sidelines for the Saints. Officials getting set. There it looks like they're going to be in a shotgun formation at least. We'll see if he has a two-back set, a one-back set, or goes five wide here. 11:26 on the clock as the clock continues to run after that sack. Rain coming down even harder than it's ever come down. Frazier takes it himself to the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's honestly just following his blocker off tackle and getting big-time yardage. Still going to now be third down, though. He gets it all the way down to about the 40-yard line of the Lumberjacks, back inside Lumberjack territory. And it will be third down and about 5 yards to go, or 5 or 6 yards to go for the first for the Saints. Power formation here. This is the power formation for the Saints. Frazier takes the snap, hands it off to Harper to the right. He's got the first down and more all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First down, Shiloh Christian with 10:42 left in the second quarter. 21-0 your score. Shiloh Christian on top right now.
Yeah, and Harper's just he's looking like the star for Shiloh Christian right now. He's getting chunks of yards. and just not really much resistance right now on the Warren defense when he has the ball.
Trey English now going to trot out there. Looks like he's going to take someone's place on defense. I don't know, maybe he just wasn't quite set yet with equipment, but Frazier's now set, and he's getting the Shiloh Christian offense in place. He sets up this time in a shotgun formation. Harper to his left, brings a man in motion from the right side, rolls left, looking to pass. Throwing it over the middle, almost intercepted by number 7, Jalen Cobb, almost picked off. That would have been a big, big turnover in favor of the Lumberjacks, but unfortunately with this rain, not able to hold on to it.
Yeah, and that's just, that's one you got to catch right there if you're Jalen. You got to make that play on defense for us right now.
Yeah, Frazier just threw that one as close as he could to Jalen. Jalen unable to hold on to it. And it will be second down for Shiloh Christian. Jack's got to get this defense to step up here. Two-back set out of shotgun. Hand off to Harper up the middle. And the running game once again struggling, and they are into the end zone. Unbelievably breaking tackle after tackle all the way into the end zone. And the score just continues to get worse for the Lumberjacks here. 10-24 still on the clock in the second quarter.
Well, just that time we had that play sniffed out and had the tackle. Stephon Hampton just overran a little bit, and Harper's speed obviously can, if you overrun it just a little, he can break it big, and he did right then.
They attempt the extra point. The kick is up. And it is good. Score now 28-0. Shiloh on top, and one more, and the mercy rule's into effect. Or does it go into effect only in the second half?
Yeah, it doesn't start until halftime, I believe.
The Arkansas Activities Association supports good sportsmanship. All spectators have a responsibility while watching an athletic contest because their actions influence high school youth. It is important that they display the best of sportsmanship to help instill proper attitudes and ideals in these youth. That message from the Arkansas Activities Association, who govern the playoff system here in the state of Arkansas. Shiloh now set to kick the ball off here after another 6 points, another 7 points actually. The score 28-0. Shiloh on top. Here's the kick. They pooch this one to the left. Jalen Cobb fields it. He tries to break it to the right, but unable to do so. We got a flag on the play, though. This may be a face mask.
Yeah, it looked like something odd happened right there on that tackle, and hopefully it'll go our way.
We'll see what the call is here.
Neely's in, and I don't see him.
We're looking right now.
Make sure Neely's in.
Did you see what the call is? I'm having a tough time seeing through that glass.
I could not tell, but they are marking it off against Shiloh Christian.
So that helps the Lumberjacks out. And we can tell here by how far the penalty is marked off. I guess it's got to be a face mask. It was marked off a good 15 yards.
Yeah, personal foul face mask on that play.
So the Lumberjacks get a bit of help here. We'll take over 1st and 10. Drake Jones looks like he's going to set up in a pistol formation. Savion Gilbert, the senior running back, right behind him. Takes a snap, hand off to Gilbert up the middle, and wow, oh wow. A herd of Shiloh Saints come through that offensive line, and Savion not ever able to even get started.
Yeah, just didn't have a chance. You can't blame Savion for that one at all.
Under 10 minutes now remaining in the second quarter. Second down, and a good 13 yards to go for the Warren Lumberjacks. They've got the football at about the 40-yard line. Jones looking to pass. Screen to the left side. Trey English catches it. Unable to make much happen, though, and he gained maybe 1 yard. Again, 9:41 remaining on the clock in the second quarter. And stick with us at halftime because we're going to actually, hopefully, if you can see through the glass there, even with the blur and the heavy rain coming down, I'm not sure. I wonder if the bands are even going to come out. We were planning on letting you watch both of the bands at halftime, but I'm wondering if they're even going to make their way out onto the field. We will see, though. The rain coming down so heavy right now, both teams probably don't want to be out there, but no lightning, luckily. Third down, Jones pass incomplete. and intended for number 9, Chris Oliver. Does fall incomplete. That brings up 4th down. Savion Gilbert going to drop back to punt now. And again, one more here and one more score here, and in the second half, the mercy rule would be put into effect. So 9:37 remaining in the second quarter. Gilbert getting set to punt. Denham not looking too good so far for the Jacks.
Yeah, just not a lot going right now for Warren.
And I don't see a flag, but the whistles are blowing. That may mean that the officials weren't set yet. That's happened several times tonight already. Not sure what's going on. He's looking to see where the ball's supposed to be spotted. I guess that's exactly what happened.
I'll tell you what it could have been. It could have been that our band was still playing when the snap was made, and I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Here's the snap. Punt's a decent one. Going to bounce at around the 26-yard line and finally down at around the 22. And it was down by number 9, Chris Oliver. 1st and 10, Shiloh Christian with 9:29 remaining in the second quarter. 28-0 your score. I think the story of the night is we can't get an offense started.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at that because, I mean, you had to expect that our offense would be able to move the ball some, and we just haven't been able to. You know, the defense, we knew this might happen to the defense. Can't say that it's surprising, but you had to expect that the offense would be able to make up for some of that, and it just hasn't done it yet.
On 1st and 10, from about the 22-yard line, Frazier out of shotgun, rolls right, looking to pass. Throw is incomplete, too low. Both quarterbacks having trouble a little bit with accuracy tonight. But Frazier's pass falls incomplete. It'll be second down. We got a score pass along to you. I don't know where this is in the game, but 28-6 Fordyce is beating Marshall. So score passed on to us. We appreciate that very much. Folks sending those in to us. And we'll have, of course, in your SalinaRiverChronicle.com live halftime report. We'll pass along scores from around the rest of the state. Hopefully other folks aren't experiencing the heavy rain we are here in Springdale, but we certainly are. Pass thrown on 2nd down and 10 to the left side by Frazier. Shiloh does not pick up the first down, but they get a good 9 yards on the play, and it will be 3rd down and around 1 yard to go for the first. 9:09 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Shiloh just attacking us with the short passes again.
Exactly. More whistles blown. It looks like Cody Green's having equipment problems with his helmet. We'll have to get this checked out and see what's going on. So this is an official's timeout. Of course, Cody Green already coming up pretty big for the Lumberjacks, even though we're down 28-0. He was injured last week and not able to play. Good to have him back this week. He makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, obviously it helps to have him out there.
And Shiloh Christian pulled something on us that we do to most other people. They went with a hard count, and we jumped off sides, and that's going to be basically on 3rd down and 2. Or 2nd down and 2. That's going to be plenty enough for the first down after the 5-yard penalty is marked off.
Yeah, taking a play out of our playbook right there. We usually see that every week.
That's just a mental error. And usually the guys that do it are the nose guards and the defensive linemen. They're the ones that are closest to the football.
Yeah, and especially when you're anticipating a run play, you want to try and get that push, obviously, and give yourself an advantage as much as you can on the defensive line, and sometimes you get over anxious.
On 1st and 10, Frazier keeps this one himself up the middle. He's got big-time yardage once again, breaks another tackle. He's got a chance to take this one to the house. I've got a flag on the play back at about the 40. I believe I saw what it was. Going to be a block in the back, clearly a block in the back, and that one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, but still, another thing is that we're just falling off of them, it looks like. We just can't, that was one of the keys that we were going to have to be able to tackle, and we just can't tackle well right now.
I can't tell you for certain, but I would pretty much guess this is a block in the back. It was fairly plain to see, from my perspective at least. No matter what, Frazier's going to have a big – they're waving off the flag. Waving it off. Interesting. Wow. Wonder why that happened.
Can't really answer that, Rob. I have no idea.
Anyway, so much for my absolutely seeing a block in the back.
Well, obviously someone else saw it too, and then they decided they didn't see it.
All right, 28-0 your score. Actually, no, not. That's going to be now 34. 34-0. The attempted extra point here from Shiloh Christian. The kick is up. And it's good. So the score now 35-0. Tough night so far for the Jacks. And right now, if we aren't able to score again in this half, when we come back in the second half, the mercy rule will be into effect. And the problem with that is, well, first of all, the game's looking pretty rough as it is now. We may enjoy the mercy rule in the second half if you're a Lumberjack fan. But the trouble is that even if you are able to put up some points in the second half, the mercy rule doesn't go anywhere. Once you have it, it stays in place.
Yeah, and there's really almost no chance to come back from it. And obviously though, but Shiloh Christian learned last year as they got down like 33-0, I believe, to Nashville, and came back and won that game. Anything can happen, and obviously it's very important that we go down here and try and score.
Absolutely. Here's the kickoff from the Saints with 8:30 left in the second quarter. Another pooch kick. Going to land. Somebody's got to get on it, though. Shiloh Christian says they got it. Wow, another mental error, and they come up with it. So they're going to have football 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line of the Lumberjacks. Terrible kickoff return mentality there from the Jacks. Just not in that one mentally at all.
Just kicked it to a dead spot where no one was at, and I have to say I think that's Jalen Cobb's responsibility to run up and get that one, and he didn't. And looked like freshman Chris Oliver got over there and was able to get a hand on it, but that was all he could do once it hit the ground. And obviously once it hits the ground, it's a live ball, and Shiloh was able to recover it.
1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line of the Lumberjacks. Frazier rolls left, throws it left, complete, but finally tackled. Had a tough time seeing where he's down at, but it's around the 32, I believe. Should be second down. He gained a little bit more than that. Second down and 6, so it's probably going to be about the 26 or so.
Yeah, it looks like 26, 27-yard line.
Yeah, and I know that screen is rather blurry. I apologize. That's not our quality video here. We're not showing you blurry video. It's just with the rain, the way it is, it's tough this glass to get much. On the screen on second down, Shiloh breaks it, and that's going to be another 6 points. Wow. So
there's a flag. Late flag comes in. Justin Hall wanted it, and I think he got it.
We'll see what the call is going to be. We're looking for the official, trying to figure out what this call is going to be. We will see here. Officials having a discussion. I know you're having a tough time seeing him with that rain on that screen. There he is, though. You can see him right there. Coming over to talk to Coach Embry. He's trying to clarify what's going on. We're still trying to clarify what's going on. Here's the call. Personal foul against Shiloh Christian.
Touchdown is good, though.
Yeah, touchdown is good, though. It's going to be basically marked off on the kickoff. Score now 41-0. Shiloh on top of the Lumberjacks, and this one not looking like it's going to get any better for the orange and black. Man, if we can just, you want to make this look respectable, though, and it's not, so far, not looking that way. Here's the extra point attempt by the Saints. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up. Kind of a low kick, short, but it is good, and score now 42-0. We got another message, one more to read to you from the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards. Again, that message from the Arkansas Activities Association, who govern the playoffs here and govern sports in Arkansas, actually govern any sporting activity that takes place in the state of Arkansas pretty much. And they have a lot of influence, of course, in these playoffs and in basketball playoffs throughout the state. 42-0 now your score. Warren down to Shiloh Christian. This is a playoff game, of course. The Lumberjacks, this first round playoff game, the 2010 4A state playoffs in the state of Arkansas. Shiloh Christian set for the kickoff here. Rain still coming down heavily. Jalen Cobb fumbles this one. Shiloh's on it. Wow. Muffed kickoff once again, and they take over again. 1st and 10. Goodness gracious.
Just when it rains, it pours, and that's literally and figuratively tonight.
It's the Weather Channel tells us it's raining. It is raining, weather-wise, game-wise. It's pouring on the Lumberjacks. The bad news for the Jacks is that they're down 42-0 with 7:35 left in the second quarter, and this is tough. That's in for Shiloh. I mean, there's really not much they can do about that. That's Warren's. Honestly, that's our responsibility to get on that ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really anything that Shiloh's doing right there. That's a unforced turnover.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they're not trying to rub that in any way. That's just bad play by the Lumberjacks. Hand off to the right, and another big gain for the Saints. Looks like they're going to be all the way down near the 33-yard line at least. Another first down for Shiloh Christian. Thank you for sticking with us. I know it's been a tough game so far to watch. First of all, for the score. Second of all, because the rain's made the screen a little blurry on you. The good news is you're able to watch it and you're able to hear it. We're calling it, and you're able to watch the game, or at least most of it. 7:27 left in the second quarter. We just want to thank all of you for watching SalineRiverChronicle.com. We are Shiloh now sets up in a power formation, the power formation that they have, out of shotgun. They hand it off up the middle. That time we weren't able to stop it. And I believe that was – who was that on the tackle?
I couldn't tell. It's really hard to see for us, too, through the last
That wasn't
two.
Michael Florence, was it?
I don't believe Florence is even out there, maybe. I don't know.
I'm having a
Could
tough
have
time
been
seeing
Barnett at
numbers.
linebacker.
Tough seeing numbers right now with the glass as wet as it is up here with all this rain. But on second down, Frazier keeps this one up the middle, and he's got big yardage again, breaks another tackle. We got another flag down, though. And Frazier gets this one all the way down at least to around the 15-yard line, but a flag back at around the 27. We'll see what the call is. And we're looking to the official now. He's talking to Shiloh Christian, and it is against Shiloh Christian. Looks like it's going to be a holding penalty against the Saints.
Several penalties being called against the Saints here. And then even a couple that probably haven't been called, and one of them waved off. Seems like they're, having a tough time, at least legally, letting some of these plays get big. I mean, the main thing they've killed us on so far has been the screen game.
Yeah. 6:28 remaining in the first half here. Frazier comes out, second down and long, a good second down and almost 7 yards to go for the Saints. Out of shotgun formation, brings a man in motion from the right. It's a speed sweep left. Hands it off to that man. It's actually not a speed sweep, but just a sweep left. With that man in motion. They gain enough yards to get close to that first down. So, they're getting wide. They're going up the middle. They're doing a little bit of everything against us. The only thing they've had trouble doing tonight is passing, and they've even completed at least one deep pass on us. But both teams are having trouble with that with the rain. Yeah,
having a lot of problem throwing the ball down the field. And right now, luckily for them, they're not going to have to do that. And that's something that we're going to have to do if, obviously, if we can, get the ball back.
3rd down and 3. Frazier out of shotgun, looking to pass. Oh, and we missed. We split. He split 3 tackles at least. Tripped up and gets the first down. Terrible tackling from Lumberjacks.
Yeah, just split Montana Robbins and Michael Florence. Both had a chance at him in the backfield. Just another screen play they were going to try and get us on, and we had that when we were able to get to the quarterback, and we just couldn't make the tackle.
Got to break down. Just charging too hard on that, not able to break down and make the play. And that gives Shiloh a first down. They've got the ball at the 19-yard line now of the Lumberjacks inside the red zone. Shotgun formation, 2-back set. Frazier hands it off to the right. They block down our end. A pretty good gain on the play. We'll see where the ball is finally spotted. 5:20 remaining in the first half here. We're still in the second quarter. Score 42-0. That's right, 42-0. Warren down to the Shiloh Christian Saints. with the second half still to play. Ball at the 13-yard line, so a decent little gain on the play there for the Saints. Frazier gets the call. He's going to go in a shotgun formation again, a two-back set. Takes the snap, hands it off to the right again. They turn it up inside the tackle this time and gain maybe 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, not too bad defense right there, but again, I think they may have enough for the first down. It looked like Michael Florence was in on the tackle, and see where they mark it at and see if they give him the first down. I thought he got it.
Clock now under 5 minutes left in the second quarter, so this half almost done. Remember to stick with us during the SaleneRiverChronicle.com live halftime report. We'll give you scores from around the rest of the state. You notice we've gone kind of commercial free tonight. We've gotten those AAA readings in. We'll play all of our commercials once again during halftime just once, and then you probably won't hear those again for the rest of the night. But we'll come back and give you our halftime report. Frazier takes the snap on first down and goal. And a decent tackle right there. Not much to gain on the play. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Clock now at 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. 42-0 your score. Shiloh on top. Frazier looking to the sidelines, getting the call. Rain still coming down pretty heavily here. It may have lightened up a tad, but it ain't much. That's right, it ain't much.
No,
it's still coming down.
It's still coming down. And,
still coming down.
Just an unfortunate break for us, really. I think it's
yeah.
Obviously not the only thing going wrong, but just one of many.
Frazier takes the snap, hands it off to the right, and another nice play right there. That time by Michael Florence. Loss of yards on the play for Shiloh. And I believe, let's see here, he did lose a good 2 yards. All the way back to the 10 is where the ball is now spotted. It'll be third down and 10. 3:20 left in the half. Again, we're really hoping that weather can lighten up a little bit. And we'll talk about this at halftime. The weather conditions. Hand off to the left side by the Saints. And that's going to bring up fourth down. Another nice stop by the Lumberjacks.
Here comes the field goal unit onto the field for the Saints. The kid doesn't seem to have a very powerful leg, but he can probably get this one through. I
know you are looking at a very, very, very rain-blurred screen there. It's just really coming down and blowing. We're actually facing the west, and that's where the rain's blowing in from. So it's blowing right under these windows. The extra point attempt from Shiloh, a little high. They're going to look to fake it. I don't know if it was a straight fake or just a mistake. I want to say that may have been a legitimate fake.
I think it was a mistake. It looked like a high snap, and then I think they just probably had some kind of call if they scream out, and that guy ran a route. And luckily, I think he may have even caught the ball. I don't know, but we were able to tackle him. Obviously, if he did catch it before he got into the end zone, but very fortunate for us that nothing else happened out of that.
Yeah. I may have said that was an extra point. It was actually a field goal attempt on fourth down. I know that there's pretty severe glare there, and the rain blurring the window up there for you. I do apologize. All right, 1st and 10. Dropping back to pass. Jones throws it complete to number 8. No, it's intercepted, tipped off of the hands of number 85, Von Eric Gonder. And Shiloh gets into the end zone, returns it for the touchdown. Score now 48-0.
Obviously, that play was there. It was going to be a good gain. Got both of our hands on it, and then just finally one of them actually bounced into one of their defenders' hands. And again, when it rains and pours. Score
with 21.3 seconds remaining. I know some of you, and I keep reiterating this because I don't want you to think it's our video quality. That rain coming down, it's going to be tough to see. It's a serious blur on this glass that we have here in the press box. But I can tell you the score 48-0. And they're setting up to attempt this extra point to make it 49-0. 21.3 seconds remaining in this ball game. Rain really coming down even heavier now. Here's the kick. It's up. And it is good. Score now 49-0. Shiloh on top of the Lumberjacks with 21.3 seconds remaining. I can't tell. Is that 21.3 or is it 2 minutes and 13
seconds? That's 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm having
seconds.
trouble seeing that scoreboard. It is really, really blurry on me. 49-0. I apologize. I told you 21.3 seconds. It's 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the half. And we can stay, if I tell our cameraman, if he can, stay about that zoom distance right there for just a few minutes. Just kind of keep feeling your way through it there, and it's a little bit easier to see the field without the blur if we keep it off just a tad. And again, you're watching the first streamcast of Lumberjack football on SalineRiverChronicle.com. It started off great, for us at least. Another pooch kick fielded by, and you know what? I think Shiloh's got it again. Another muffed kick, and they've got the football. They do have it, man. And Jalen Cobb down on the field. And this is tough. This is tough for the Lumberjacks. I'm really, really surprised here that Shiloh pooched to that one once again, though.
Well, they've just found a weakness in something that obviously we weren't prepared for, and they're just exploiting it. And it doesn't really matter if they're up 49-0 or not. They're going to keep doing it, it looks like.
Yeah. 49-0 your score. Jalen Cobb down on the field. We hope there you can see him. That's blurry there because of the rain. Coach Embry, you can see walking off to after he checked on Jalen. Jalen rolling over now, and we've got trainers out there checking on him. Both teams kneeling on the ground at this point, just waiting on Jalen Cobb, hoping that he's okay. The tough thing is that's 3 pooch kicks in a row that we have not been able to recover.
Yeah, we just can't. It's just like we're not ready for it every time. I mean, they keep doing it. It's the same thing.
Hey, we're going to have to get ready for it eventually. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it happens once, and then it happens twice, somewhat understandable, but 3 times, you know, you got to get on that. I think he actually got there that time, but was unable to field it. He
tried to catch it kind of low. He had to run in, you know, a little bit fast and kind of to make a shoestring catch, and he just couldn't hold on to it, and it got hit about that time. We're not doing a very good job of blocking anyone, obviously, that comes through on that side either, so that's part of the problem as well.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Shiloh Christian. As you can see there, the ball at about the 36-yard line of the Lumberjacks. That's where they're already bringing in a backup QB. I'm not even sure who this kid is. 2:08 remaining in the half. Another handoff to the right side. And a gain on the play, but another flag flies out. There it is in your screen. Another flag on the field, and this could be another holding penalty.
Yeah, it looked like I saw a hold on that play too.
Well, we're having a tough time. That's all there is to say about tonight. I was expecting to score more points than this, obviously. I expected Shiloh to put up some points. I was honest. I expected us to lose tonight, but my prediction for tonight was 48-28. If we can show up and play some defense here and we can score 28 points, I'd be about right, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, this isn't really – I mean, I don't think you can peg this on the defense whenever you have 3 possessions in a row start inside your 40-yard line.
Well, if we do get the ball back here in the next few minutes, we got to get our offense going at some point and just get some points on the board. You're probably out of this one by now anyway. The mercy rule is going to come into effect in the second half, but that's just part of it. Keep fighting. Don't just lay down. Just keep fighting. That's all you can do. Shotgun formation. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Gets it down to about the, let's see here. Gains 3 yards all the way to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down for Shiloh Christian. 1:30 left here in the second quarter. Score 49-0. Shiloh Christian on top of the Lumberjacks. Thank all of you for sticking with us tonight and watching SalineRiverChronicle.com. reminder, and I'll remind you this again, it's looking like right now we're going to lose this ball game. So on November 22nd, basketball season starts, and you can watch it on Saline-River-Chronicle.com. Second down. Quarterback keeps this one again, breaks this one to the left side, but he's creates a tad bit of room, goes down inbounds. So the clock will continue to run now under a minute at 55 seconds remaining. We've got another kid down, and is that number 57? Is that Montana Robbins?
That's who it looks like it is right now.
Yeah. And holding kind of the sides, he stands up. You can see him there. He's talking to Coach Raper there. He's going to walk off the field. It's a tough night. Another injury there for the Lumberjacks. And as we said, the weather, it's raining, and it's raining and pouring bad news on the Lumberjacks right now with 40 seconds left in the half. They're down 49-0. All right. It'll be third down and about 3 yards to go. Shiloh Christian sets up in shotgun with two backs. Hand off to the right side. And I don't believe they're going to get this. I don't believe that's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be close, but they may have to bring it out.
They're not close at all. They're chains down.
Yeah, that'll be fourth down. Only gained about a yard on that play. That'll be probably the last play of the half, though. Yeah, it is. That will be the last play of the first half. The score 49-0. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take a couple commercials here, commercial break. And we're going to come back with SalineRiverChronicle.com live halftime report, give you some scores from around the rest of the state. We'll try our best to analyze this half. I think it'll be pretty easy to sum up. But we got some more information to tell you about SalineRiverChronicle.com. Some great stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So don't go anywhere. SalineRiverChronicle.com. The halftime report's coming up next.
Consider this. South Arkansas Community College has built its reputation on helping students achieve their dreams by offering the best in higher education with exciting student life, new multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facilities, teaching the most cutting-edge degree plans, all while being on a first-name basis with students. How's that for a college experience? Consider your possibilities. South Ark and El Dorado. Learn more at southark.edu.
Hello, I'm Greg Reap, State Representative for House District 8 in Arkansas. As a legislator, I know the value of education. That is why I strongly support our schools and students both in the classroom and on the playing field. For the past 2 years, I have served as the chairman of the House Health Committee. Also, I have served on the Agri, Forestry, Economic Development Committee and the Legislative Council. Every vote I've made, I cast with my constituents' best interest at heart. This ad was paid for by State Representative Greg Reap.
Pat Riley once said, "Commitment to the team, there is no such thing as in between." Dr. Joe Hank-Gordon is committed to the Warren Lumberjacks. He supports them on and off the field. Dr. Joe Hank-Gordon is proudly committed and supports the Warren Lumberjack football team in their quest to win the 8-4A conference and another state title. Awana is a program designed to help parents to raise children and youth to come to know, love, and serve Christ. Central Missionary Baptist Church on Seminary Street in Warren invites youth up through 6th grade to share in the Awana experience each Sunday afternoon at 5. Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." Don't let money get in the way of a new car. Start the fall off right with a 3.99 annual percentage rate new auto loan from Warren Bank and Trust. To find out how you can apply for a new car loan, call to speak with one of our friendly loan officers. Warren Bank and Trust in downtown Warren. Visit warrenbankandtrust.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Football on SalineRiverChronicle.com.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching SalineRiverChronicle.com's live presentation of this playoff game between the Warren Lumberjacks and the Shiloh Christian Saints. Again, you are watching it. You are not just listening to it. We've been doing audio all year, basically an internet radio streamcast of it. And Denon's live with us. We'll talk about this here in the next few minutes. We told you we were going to have some scores from around the rest of the state. Unfortunately, we're having trouble getting internet on our iPhones here, so I'll put my cameraman on that if he can look for some scores. If he has internet right now, I unfortunately don't, so we're unable to get those scores from around the rest of the state. But we can go ahead and jump right on in. I'm going to tell you, looks like we are going to send our band, or somewhat of our band out there. Yeah, all of it. And I'm actually going to we'll see if you can hear it. If you can hear our band, I'm going to actually set our microphones down for a few minutes and just let them play. But if not, we'll just continue talking and let you just watch them. But we're, of course, inside the press box with a glass wall in between us and them, so it may be kind of hard for you to hear them.
Might not be able to hear them.
And obviously they're going to be facing the home side of this the home crowd, so we're backwards. We're on the visitor side. But first of all, I just want to say thank you all very much. We've had a good crew here, and we're going to I'm going to let you watch this for the next few minutes while I take a quick break. And Denon, if you've got some things you want to talk about and recap the first half, I'll let you do that right now.
All right. Well, obviously things aren't going very well. It's 49-0 Shiloh Christian ahead of Warren, but we came out and we actually held them on the first defensive possession we had, and looked pretty good. Looked to get a spark from Cody Green, and then it pretty much just went downhill from there. We can't get anything started on offense. I think maybe if it wasn't raining, that would help a little bit. But obviously, the thing you have to look at is the 3 muffed kickoffs, putting our defense in a bad spot. 'Cause our defense is flying around, getting a few hits and every now and then, making some decent plays. Also, we dropped an interception, dropped 2 interceptions actually. And, the thing I'm noticing is that the running backs got a lot more speed than I thought he would have. And, the thing about it is I don't think that the overall, we don't have the talent in the line, but the overall talent level is not as great a difference as I thought it would be, as the score would indicate. The execution level is what's killing us right now, because we aren't executing at all in any form, especially in special teams. Special teams has to get an F right now.
Yeah.
Don't really know. I mean, the defense, you could probably give them an F, but then again, I would probably just give them a D or something because of the short fields, and, they haven't done all bad. But the offense also has to get an F too. Just can't get anything started. Running, Savion Gilbert hasn't had any room at all, and we haven't really tried it very much. I think we kind of panicked and tried to throw a little bit too much, and you're showing what happens when you have a freshman quarterback and a freshman offensive lineman starting and a couple of freshman receivers. And I think maybe we completed 2 passes, two screen passes maybe, and just not a good night.
Yeah, for a team that we heard so much about how, and we didn't really release too much of this information because you don't like talking about it all the time, but we heard that Warren was really pumped up and ready and thought they had a chance to come out and win this one.
Yeah, we were
pumped up for a little while.
You could see it on the field, and we were confident.
The problem is, though, we've watched them all season. We've streamcasted audio to you folks, and you've listened to us, and we've covered every game this season, and including the scrimmage against Camden Fairview. I don't know that I've seen a time all year in which the lack of execution has been this bad.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, I think everyone came into this game knowing that Shiloh Christian was going to be a better team than us. But this 49-0 score is not an indication of how much more talented they are than us. This is an indication of our lack of execution.
Yeah.
I bet if you don't have those 3 muff kickoffs, it might be 35-0. It might be 28-0. Something around that area. If you pick off those 2 passes, obviously you kill a couple of drives, which we didn't do. And obviously there's no indication right now to, any positive indication on offense that we would have scored anything. But, you're looking at maybe a 28 points, 21-21, 21-0 or 28-0 ball game right now if we could just execute a little bit.
I do have one score to pass along to you at least here. Almost at halftime, McGee and Osceola tied up at 14-14. We're looking for a couple of more 8-4A scores if we can find those here. I'm looking at halftime. Boonville up 21-7 on Newport. And we're trying to get these in as we
I did notice
can.
that Strong was ahead of Murfreesboro 22-14 in the second quarter.
At halftime, Pottsville up 12-0 over Dollarway. So 8-4A, interesting score there at least. Of course, you got this one here that's just not going well. In the second quarter, Star City up 27-0 over Highland. That's got 5:36 remaining. Last check. So Star City, obviously the big conference dominance in the 8-4A, doing pretty well so far tonight.
Well, Star City had a pretty weak opponent, I'd have to say. Highland finishing in a weak conference, finishing 5th. I just, you couldn't really expect much from them. Expected Star City to roll, but those other two scores, you thought Pottsville could beat Dollaway, and obviously they're only ahead 12-0. That game still, in question. But the score that surprises me is Osceola versus McGee. I really thought McGee would be able to take Osceola, beat them by quite a bit, actually, and they're just not showing it right now.
All right, we finally got our scores up and working here. Last updated in the second quarter, Arkadelphia 21, Monticello 14. At halftime, Harrisburg 18, Arkansas Baptist 14. In the second quarter, Bald Knob 14, Lafayette County 6. At halftime, Batesville 27, Valonia 7. In the second quarter, Bearden 13, Cedar Ridge 0. At halftime, Alma 14, BB 7. And the second quarter, Boonville 21, Newport 7. At halftime, Bryant 17, Springdale 0. At halftime, Cabot 31, Rogers Heritage 13. In the second quarter, Charleston 35, Smackover 0. In the second quarter, Danville 45, Norflet 8. At halftime, Des Arc up 7-0 over Quitman. At halftime, Fayetteville 7, North Little Rock 0. At halftime, Fountain Lake 37, Hoxie 0. In the second quarter, Gravett all tied up at 3-3 with Truman. In the third quarter, Greenbrier 44, Greene County Tech 0. In the second quarter, Greenland 7, Prescott 3. At halftime, Greenwood 28, Forest City 12. At halftime, Harmony Grove 22, Barton 12. At halftime, Hackett 20, Hazen 14. In the second quarter, Horatio 16, England 8. In the second quarter, Jacksonville 13, Sheridan 0. At halftime, Junction City 32, Mountainburg 3. In the second quarter, Lake Hamilton 30, Little Rock Parkview 0. In the second quarter, Little Rock Mills 18, Magnolia 0. In the second quarter, Magnet Cove 13, Augusta 0. At halftime, Mansfield 14, Bismarck 7. At halftime, Mariana Lee 6, Mena 0. In the second quarter, McRory 8, Gurdon 6. In the third quarter, McGee 14, Osceola 14. In the first quarter, Nashville up 17-7 over Gentry. At halftime, Stuttgart 7, Ozark 7. In the second quarter, Paris 12, Jessieville 0. At halftime, Pottsville 12, Pine Bluff Dollarway 0. In the second quarter, Pulaski Robinson 22, Heber Springs 6. In the second quarter, Rivercrest 54, Mayflower 13. In the second quarter, Star City 27, Highland 0. At halftime, Springdale Harbor up 20-0 over Little Rock Central. At halftime, Strong 22, Murfreesboro 14. At halftime, Texarkana 16, Searcy 7. At halftime, Clarksville 17, Valley View 3. At halftime, Van Buren 20, Benton 0. At halftime, Walnut Ridge down to Parker's Chapel by the score of 7-6. And to round it off, at halftime, Watson Chapel up 15-10 over Hot Springs Lakeside. And that is your SaloonRiverChronicle.com live halftime report scoreboard. And rounded those off in a hurry.
Yeah, and a couple of interesting scores. I noticed Gravett and Truman tied at 3-3. Gravett was the second place conference team out of Shiloh Christian's conference. Truman, I guess, would have been a 4th seed out of the Conference 3, which is having a weak showing right now, as Clarksville, the 5th place team from Conference 4, I believe, was beating the number 2 seed, or maybe they were the 4th seed, being the number Okay, 5th seed. I think Valley View is the number 1 seed out of Conference 3, 17-3. Seeing a lot of disparities in the conference differences right now, I think, and also you saw just seeing a big drop off between the first place team in this conference and the second place team in this conference. Grab it. And that's just one of those things. The playoffs becomes one of those things. It's all about the draw you get necessarily. Yeah. It's not always about who has the best team sometimes because, sometimes you're going to have to go through a lot of tough teams, and then sometimes you might not have to go through anyone tough at all.
Yeah. All right, you are right now looking at the Shiloh Christian Band doing a good job out there. The Warren Lumberjack Band is already finished up at halftime here. We're glad you're able to watch halftime for the first time ever. Pretty cool deal. Let you know a few more things that we're working on at SaloonRiverChronicle.com. All season, of course, you've been listening to Lumberjack football. Now you're watching Lumberjack football, and we're not going to stop there. I'm the news writer, the owner. I guess I do almost everything except write a few stories here and there that we get sent in, and I have some help with some other staffers that do some writing for me. But in terms of sports, I cover most of it. You cover most of it. Help me with that, and so does Ryan Mosley. And the thing is, at SaloonRiverChronicle.com, we're not going to give up. And I've mentioned this before, but when football season's over, Lumberjack sports are not over. And the first thing that we're going to do is cover basketball. Starting on the 22nd, Streamcast starts at 6:30 p.m. We're going to have Lumberjack basketball live on SaloonRiverChronicle.com where you can watch it. And we've already done and that's Lady Jack basketball. We're not just going to cover men's. We're going to cover women's as well. You're going to get to watch both games every time. We're going to have a game of the week starting the 22nd, and each week we'll have a game of the week. And our Streamcast schedule is already set. It's already on the website. You can check it out on the sports page. Pretty neat stuff that we're doing, though. And I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I'm already ready for baseball season. If you ask me, other than the cold weather, it's time. The World Series is over. It's time for high school baseball to start. Yeah. But we got to go through basketball first, and I'm looking forward to that. Coach Matt Bush, obviously, getting his team set. And it's looking, several of these guys playing for the football team will be playing basketball as well. Jalen Cobb, we're going to need him. He's a very good basketball player.
Jalen Cobb, Cody Green, Fred Newton, lots of guys.
If you want to ask my opinion on it, Jalen Cobb is a better basketball player than he is football player in many respects.
Definitely growing up he was, Rob, but right now I think he may have kind of turned the tide as much as Greg Childs did. Greg Childs was a much better basketball player coming up before he turned to football, and then obviously he's probably a lot better football player right now than he is basketball player.
But I'm looking forward to watching Lumberjack basketball this season. I'm looking forward to watching Lady Jack basketball this season. They should be pretty good. You can see Vanessa Piper in action. She's all doing everybody's doing a great job over there in Lumberjack basketball and our programs in that arena. Of course, like I said, the season starts November 22nd, I believe. November 22nd. You can watch, and I believe we are going to start that streamcast on November 22nd. At 6:30. I'm looking at our schedule right now on our website. That's the pretty neat thing about this. We can pull up our website wherever we are. Now, I want to name off something else we've got going. Cops versus Coaches fundraiser game on the 18th. This fundraiser, I believe, goes to the Warren Lumberjack basketball program. I think that is on the 18th, and it starts at 6:30 p.m. We will not carry that live. We're not going to carry that live, but we are going to cover it, obviously, on the 18th. So I'm looking forward to that. But basketball's going to be fun to watch this season, and you can watch about half of the games on SaloonRiverChronicle.com. We're not going to cover all of them, but we're going to cover 11 total. So, and then
obviously I guess something could change too, if one of the teams makes some kind of postseason play. But
yeah, absolutely.
That remains to be seen.
That all remains to be seen. If you need to stick with the schedule, stay on SaloonRiverChronicle.com because that schedule is very flexible at times. It can change depending on records of teams. We may want to bring a bigger game to you. Maybe there's a game that means a little bit more in conference play.
Yeah, obviously lots of things can change. That's just a tentative schedule.
We're doing all that, and like I said, I want to keep reminding you, November 22nd is when Lumberjack basketball tips off. We've been doing kickoffs. Why don't we do tip-offs? It tips off at 6:30 p.m. That's actually the Lady Jack basketball game will start at that time on November 22nd. So if you want to watch just the boys, you'll have to wait a little while, but you'll have to get on a little early, and we'll already be live covering the women's game.
Yeah, obviously, basketball games always.
Yeah, they're always played on the same night.
Usually start at 5:30, and usually there's a either or junior boys, junior girls game before that, and then senior girls, senior boys every night.
Yeah, and if you look at that schedule on our site, you'll notice all the times are a little bit different, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you those times are also flexible because the junior games are sometimes played before the girls.
A little earlier and
you
a little later.
Know, you never know how long that's going to last. So we just try our best to get that time estimated correctly, figure that in. But we're not going to cover the junior games live. But we're going to cover, and we're still fiddling around. We may cover a couple of the junior games live. We'll just have to decide. But as of right now, it's just going to be the senior girls and senior boys games on SalineRiverChronicle.com live. But look at that schedule when you get a chance after this streamcast. Of course, glad you're listening tonight and watching. I think I need to just go ahead and ask Denon, what are you thinking? Are you more nervous? Have you been more nervous tonight with live video?
I would say a little bit, but probably not near as nervous as you are.
Yeah, I was extremely nervous, and I didn't really get that way up until about an hour before we started. But this is all so neat and interesting, and yet scary for me because I'm also the engineer on this thing. I'm having to run all the equipment. So. Well,
obviously, I mean, we did a couple of test runs. Obviously other games, but also tonight we turned it on a couple of times to make sure. And obviously, I felt a lot better after all that had happened.
It looks as if the rain has stopped.
It's either stopped or at least let up.
Seriously.
I don't.
Which brings up another point. We have yet all season to have to put up with rain.
Yeah, that's another thing.
This
another good point.
Yeah.
Finally had some rain during game. Finally getting a little cooler too. We hadn't had to deal with much cold weather yet either. But kind of threw us a curveball. But obviously one of only many things that have not gone in our favor tonight.
Yeah, the Shiloh Christian Saints now in the south end zone getting their halftime warm-up in. And you can see the officials there on your screen.
And the Lumberjacks are finally making their way back out on the field now, I see.
Lumberjacks making their way back out. The halftime clock now under 10 seconds, so halftime's pretty much over. But in the next few minutes, we'll get the second half underway. Thank all of you. I want to personally thank all of you that have watched this streamcast tonight for sticking with us. I know it's been a tough one to watch. It's been a tough one to watch from our side, too.
Yeah, and and the thing that's so tough to watch is that you just don't really, don't get the feeling that we've put forth our best effort.
Yeah, I think the thing is we know that we are better than this.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done about as much as we could hope for defensively. Obviously, it's just the offense and these special teams have just been downright dreadful so far. That's just, there's no other way to describe it.
And, first of all, you put any one of those things, sometimes your special teams is down in a close game, you're going to get beat because of that reason. If your special teams and offense are not producing, that's going to hurt you. But if all three are not producing, offense, defense, and special teams, you got real problems, and that's what the score's showing right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we've put our defense in some tough situations, obviously, and, they haven't been able to step up. And obviously, we dropped 2 interceptions, one of them of which probably would have been returned to the house for a touchmean. And
we had an incomplete pass that was tipped up.
There was going to be a positive gain
for a touchdown.
Run back, and
I mean, it just doesn't get much worse.
Yeah,
I don't really know scenario that gets
what
much
else
worse.
Could go wrong. Really, we haven't been able to run the ball, haven't been able to throw the ball, and we're not doing. I wouldn't say horrible on defense. We stopped them on their first drive. They've shot themselves in the foot a little bit. Obviously, they've had several plays called back because of holding calls and such. And obviously, we've just been in position to make a few plays and miss some tackles.
Sure thing.
But and
I want to go and tell folks we are probably. I don't know. We may try to name a SalineRiverChronicle.com live player of the game. That's going to be a little tough right now, but.
Well, I already have an idea of who I think it would be.
I want to first off say, don't look out. There will not be anything plaque or anything handed out because this is a playoff game. So we're not going to hand out a plaque for any player that we say. We may want to give this to a group, of an offensive or defensive line or a group. But if you've got somebody in mind, towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, if you still think that person's worthy, we'll name them then. But just want to go ahead and tell you they're not going to receive a plaque for this game since it is just a playoff game. And we're gonna do a SalinaRiverChronicle.com Live Player of the Year that's going to be taken away from all of the regular season games. So be on the lookout for that. And I have a pretty good idea who that's going to be already.
Yeah,
I think we both do. We're not going to name him tonight, but we know who it is. I think we're both thinking the same thing. Shiloh, of course, is going to receive the opening kickoff here, the second half. It's going to be a tough one at the end to swallow for the Lumberjacks. First of all, your season's going to be over. Second of all, you're gonna be beat pretty handily.
Well, the thing I think that's going to be tough to swallow, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the telecast, was that you just don't feel like you gave your best effort tonight. We just haven't executed very well on special teams. Offense hasn't been all execution problems. We've been outmanned in the line, a little bit, rushing our quarterback. You got a freshman quarterback, but muffing 3 kickoffs in a row is just something that can't happen at any level of football.
Well, and we haven't named off this guy yet, but you are looking at him on your screen. Number 48, Fernando Cedeno, is going to kick this ball off for the Lumberjacks, and he has done a great job all season for the Jacks kicking.
Yeah, obviously he's not getting a chance to showcase much of his talent here tonight, but he has done a great job all year.
Yeah, he's getting set. The third quarter is about to get underway. Again, the score 49-0. Shiloh Christian on top of the Warren Lumberjacks. Fernando Cedeno, the freshman kicker, who's done a good job all season, a great job, set for the kickoff. Here it is. It's a pooch kick to the left side, going to be fair caught at about the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 Saints from there.
Yeah, just basically the same thing Shiloh Christian is doing to us, but there right there you see how you're supposed to execute that play.
Yeah, you step up and you catch it.
Step up, call fair catch if you have to. Obviously he didn't have to in that situation probably, but he probably did just out of a little bit of mercy for us right now.
You don't glide with it. You run under it, and you get in place to catch it, and then you catch it. It's just like catching a fly ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, like I said, it's been a tough one to watch tonight, but I'm proud of this team. They fought hard to make the playoffs, and were successful in doing that. Shiloh comes out, 1st and 10 from the 32, out of shotgun. Hand off to the right side. They've got decent yardage. Now, if they're going to only gain 1 on the play, get it out to the outside. So they'll set up now at the 33-yard line. Have second down at, actually maybe got to about the 35 or 34. So I'm going to say second down and 8.
Yeah, no, number 26, freshman Otis Miller in there on the tackle. A good play by the freshman.
11:09 left in the third, and the mercy rule is into effect. That will not go away. That means the clock is going to continuously run, which is a good thing for Warren. With 49-0 to score, we want to get out here without giving up 60 points. Flag on the play, and it's maybe offsides.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides against Zach Raper, I believe, playing defensive end.
That's exactly what the call is. She can mark off 5 there. This will be second down and just a couple. About 3 yards to go for the first now.
Yeah, just a big play, just another mistake, and you just can't do that right now.
Just mentally out of it tonight. 10:45 remaining in the third. And the clock still running. Going to be running with that mercy rule into effect. I'm not sure. Do we have a program around anywhere we can get a name of this backup quarterback for Shiloh? We'll look for that. Here's the handoff up the middle. Stuffed, though. Get it down to about the 40-yard line. Still going to be third down and about 2 yards to go.
Yeah, and I love this guy who plays on defensive line, number 63, DeAndre Cheddar Bob Smith. Played a lot this year. Didn't get to play much in the first half, and he's out there with freshman Michael Towler, too, on the defensive line, and they both did a great job right there on that play.
Yeah, his name has come up several times this season, done a pretty good job.
And he'll be back. He's only a junior this year.
And we're going to need it. We're going to have a rebuilding period of this defense, obviously. Quarterback keeper to the right side, and they pick up the first down and a few more, get it all the way down to about the 47-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 Saints with 9:40 remaining in the third. I'm wondering why the clock has stopped, though.
I honestly don't know, but they got it rolling again pretty quickly, so maybe they're just having some communications issues up there. But
maybe so. 49-0 your score. Hopefully you can see that in the top left corner of your screen. I need to get the halftime mark on there. That's my fault. Apologize for that. 1st down and 10 for the Saints. Hand off to the left side, cuts it back up the middle. Brought down, though, a gain of only inches on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, number 69, Don Shea Goffin on the tackle right there. Good play by a senior defensive lineman.
Clock now under 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2nd down and about 9 yards to go for the Saints. Again, you're watching SalineRiverChronicle.com live. A game between the Shiloh Christian Saints and the Warren Lumberjacks. Live from Springdale, Arkansas. A little bubble screen out to the right side, and a decent little gain on the play. We'll see where the official spot is going to be here. He did get out of bounds, and the clock's still running, so that they apparently got that communication on the clock and mercy rule issue worked out. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go.
Yeah, minimal gain right there.
Yeah, and not quite as much as I thought originally. And they're going to come out this time. Again, they've got a backup QB in. Kyle Frazier's not in at quarterback anymore.
Yeah, I think they've got all backups in except for a couple spots on their offensive line. I noticed a couple of starters.
5-wide formation, looking to pass. Looking over the middle. Pass complete. Tackle broken. And they're going to have it down at about the 37-yard line, or 38, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
Well, no, that was just
the clock stopped again. I'm still not sure. There
the
it goes.
referee's
rolling back.
Rolling it, trying to get it rolling. But good throw by the backup quarterback from Shiloh Christian there. Had a thin window to fit it in, and he did. And, good football play by the Saints right there.
7:40 left in the third. Score 49-0. Shiloh Christian on top of the Lumberjacks. Bringing a man in motion from the left. Quarterback keeper to the right side, and he's met at the line. And going to be tackled for no gain on the play.
Yeah, a big hit by number 44, Kendrick Newton, another freshman and playing linebacker.
And this game is going to go a lot quicker with that mercy rule into effect, as I've stated several times now. That clock's going to continue to run. 7:05 left in the third. I'm sorry, 7:05 left in the third quarter. We still got the fourth quarter to play after that. So. Out of shotgun formation. Shiloh takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Going to throw a little screen. And it's set up. Can't get away from that final tackle, though. And 3rd down will come up here.
Yeah, good play by number 26, Otis Miller again, another freshman out there on defense making some noise for the Jacks.
Number 10, I believe that's Fred Newton. Isn't that correct? Number 10, Fred Newton now trotting out onto the field. Looks like he may come in and play some end. 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the Shiloh Christian Saints. 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. 49-0 your score. They come out in a shotgun formation, 2-back set. Hands it to the left. And they get it to the outside. And they're going to be close to a 1st down. The chain game has already put up the 4th down marker. It's going to be 4th down and about a foot. Man, that's pretty close. So they're not going to measure for it, though. They apparently know the lines on this artificial turf are very clear, so they know where the ball is and where it's not. So not much of a need for them to measure for this.
Tyler Barnett limping off the field right now. You hate to see that.
All right, 5:40 left in the third. Shiloh takes the snaps, a handoff to the right side. They've got the 1st down and more. Get it to the outside. Trey English knocks him out of bounds. And they've got enough for the 1st down, obviously. They'll set up 1st and 10 now inside Lumberjack territory still.
Yeah, and still Shiloh Christian able to run the ball pretty effectively. I do know they have just at least a couple of starters left in on their offensive line. It's you know, we've got several subs and several starters mixed in on defense, and obviously they're letting their backup quarterback throw the ball a little bit, trying to get him some work in as well.
Yeah, and I'm hoping for Shiloh Christian. I want to see all their starters stay healthy. You know, I mean, it looks good for Warren when a team that they've played goes on and wins. So we wish them all success. And a snap, a little rough, and we big loss on the play.
Yeah, it was snapped over his head, and he just he knocked it down. It bounced right back to him, fortunately for him, but there were several Lumberjacks there ready to make that tackle, and big loss from that play for Shiloh Christian.
2nd down and long for Shiloh Christian. Ball on 25-yard line with 4:20 left in the third. Getting a call in from the sidelines now. They're going to go in a shotgun formation, 5 wide. Here's the snap, looking to pass to the right. A little screen, falls incomplete. Oh wow! The official said that the ball was thrown behind.
I thought it was.
Fortunately for Shiloh, they got back on that one, and you know, good awareness by the Warren defense. We were charging on that ball.
Yeah, their receiver, luckily for Shiloh, jumped right back on it. He kind of hesitated for a moment, like he thought it was incomplete. Then he jumped back on it, realized it, and obviously our defense kept charging anyway. So good to see that awareness.
3rd down and 19 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. They drop back to pass, looking over the middle, pass thrown, and it falls incomplete. That will bring up 4th down. Actually, that was 3rd and 27. The clock had not changed. I was having a tough time seeing their 3rd down and 27 incomplete. 3:15 left in the third. Clock still ticking away with that mercy rule in effect.
I'll see if I think they may just let the backup quarterback's going to punt it here. It looks like maybe. He's back a little bit further than usual.
Here's the snap. Kind of a low snap, but he does punt it away. Not bad. See, it's going to be down at about the 1-yard line. Nice punt.
Yeah, just a good bounce, you know, and like I said, when it rains, it pours, and just not anything going right now for the Lumberjacks.
We got to give their punter credit there. I know he's their backup QB, but nice punt. Way to kill it. And with 2:55, of course, the clock has stopped now because of change of possession. It does stop on change of possessions, and then it stops on quarter change, so it won't just keep running in timeouts, of course, yeah. All right, 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Jones out of shotgun. Hand off to the right. Chris Oliver is not able. He fumbles it, and I believe that Shiloh Christian may have come up with that. They do. They've got the ball now inside the 5. Goodness gracious, we've got to at least hold on to the football. 0 execution tonight. That's the headline.
Yeah, and just another miscue by the Jacks. This time on offense, had a couple of turnovers. That's guess maybe we only had the 1 interception that got ran back, as it was actually a turnover. But that's our 2nd one, and again another freshman. You know, lots of freshmen involved in the action tonight. Especially, and you're seeing the big difference between junior high football and playing a team like Shiloh Christian.
Yeah, you certainly are. Good point. All right, 2:14, now 2:10 remaining in the third. Shiloh's going to have the football. They come out in a shotgun formation, 2-back set.
It's going to be a delay game.
Yeah, and they take a delay game penalty. So, interesting there. All right.
Yeah, they really should have tried to snap the ball. I think they were waiting on one of our guys to come in, and, that's not really their obligation to do that.
And we apologize for that glare there, that glass. We're trying to stay out of the rain as much as possible because it's still coming down out there. Folks still got umbrellas. They take the delay game penalty and back them up a little bit. 2:0, actually now under 2 minutes with that clock ticking away. Shotgun, 2-back set for the Saints. Fumble on the snap, and they just get down on it. So that will bring up a 2nd down and long.
Yeah, and I'd just like to name a couple more freshmen in on defense right now. Number 13, Daquan Daniels, and number 59, Jacob Rao, out there on defense.
All right. Again, I know we've got a pretty rough glare going on with our with our camera there and the glass that's directly in front of our camera protecting us from the rain. We're in a big press box with a lot of folks in it, and that glare's pretty rough. The lights on in here, but we apologize for that. I'm going to try to keep you up with what's going on by sound at least, but you can still get a good idea of what's going on. You can still see it. Shiloh runs the football on second down. Picks up a few on the play. Clock now under 1 minute left in the third. Long trip home for the Lumberjacks after a big loss. We still got 12 minutes to go, you know, in this one. So this score could go higher for the Shiloh Christian Saints. But we hope not. Third down, handed off to the right side. Decent surge, and we make the tackle behind the line. Loss of yards on the play, and that will bring up fourth. They may try to kick a field goal here.
Yeah, I'd imagine they probably would. It looks like they're trotting them out there, and they'll be able to get this probably the last play of the third quarter right here, see if they can get this field goal kicked here.
That's exactly what they are lining up to do. Going to try to kick the field goal. Here's the snap. Any second. There it is. The kick is up, and it's going to be way right. Snap just killed that one, and it was pretty short. Didn't even get to the goal line, I don't think.
Yeah, no, we'll have a chance to run one play here in the third quarter, I believe, unless they start to roll the clock once they set the ball.
Yeah. And they're going to start the clock there, so that's going to be the end of the third. We know it's been a rough night for the Warren Lumberjacks. We do appreciate all of you who have stayed with us this far. We've still got a quarter to play. Score 49-0. Shiloh on top of the Lumberjacks. We'll get that camera. There we go, back to midfield right there. I'm trying to get a picture of the scoreboard. You can tell rain's still falling and our still a little bit of a blur, but you can see the score there, 49-0.
Well, you just got to hope our offense can come out and do something here. See if we can, have a drive and, hopefully punch one in the end zone or maybe get close enough we can try a field goal, something, put something on the board other than that 0.
Exactly. Drake Jones, the freshman quarterback, comes back out. He's going to be in a shotgun formation with Gilbert actually in a pistol formation. Gilbert's going to be right behind him. Here's the snap. Hand off to Gilbert up the middle. And he gains a few on the play, all the way down to about the 28-yard line. Nice little play right there.
Yeah, I expect to see, maybe a steady dose of Savion Gilbert here. Let him get some yards, that he usually does, and see if, he can go down and maybe get another touchdown to add to his Lumberjack career.
It's going to be tough watching this tonight. We know this is obviously going to be the last football game that we see Savion Gilbert play in for the Warren Lumberjacks. Tough to hear that. But on second down, short, Trey English makes a play, makes a miss there along the sidelines, and he picks up the first down. Nice play from the Lumberjacks. Nice play call.
Yeah, just a quick screen and one of the few plays we actually had a little bit of success on in the first half.
I feel like we haven't watched our offense since about the first quarter for some reason. But
I don't even know if we missed 3 opportunities to have possession there in the second quarter, on the kickoff muffs. But, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen them. 1st and
10 out of pistol. Savion Gilbert gets the carry, breaks one tackle, but can't get out of the second. A gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Clock now at 10:40 and ticking away. We got a player down, though, and it looks like that is number 74, Terrell Thompson. Am I correct on that?
That was Terrell.
He's rolling around like it's either a knee or an ankle or something. Not a good sign. You hate to see anybody get hurt in a loss like this. You hate to see anybody get hurt, period, but even in this, it's just last game of the season. You don't want to see anybody go down like that. And he's really favoring that right. It looks like the right knee or right ankle. I can't tell which one it is, but
luckily he's getting, he's able to walk on it a little bit, and he's going to get off the field, and hopefully he'll be all right.
Drake Jones at quarterback. Savion Gilbert set up to his left in shotgun formation. Clock running again. Jones takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking over the middle, throwing it deep. Miscommunication, though, and Trey English thought he was supposed to be running maybe a hitch route or something and stopped. Pass thrown deep and nobody there.
Yeah, and you know, it's about the third or fourth time we've seen some communication issues on offense. You know, something we hadn't really seen a whole lot of this year. And like I said, it just looks like we're just having a really big problem just executing plays and even trying to run them correctly right now.
Clock now under 10 minutes. Pistol formation, Jones at quarterback takes the snap. Another handoff to Gilbert. Trips up, breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle, picks up the first down. Nice job by Savion Gilbert. That's the guy we know.
Yeah, just, you know, same old say right there. Not much we're used to seeing that.
I'm glad to see Savion Gilbert get a couple of carries in. He's been held silent tonight. First of all, because we haven't been on offense very much.
Yeah, and then, you know, he did have a couple of carries, and he just wasn't able to do much with it. And,
you probably got some backups in there for Shiloh right now, so this is it's expected he's going to get a few more yards. On 1st and 10, Savion cuts it to the left side, picks up a block, knocked out of bounds. Clock's going to continue to run those with that mercy rule in effect. It will bring up 2nd down for the Orange and Black of Warren with under 9 minutes now remaining in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and another solid gain of about 7 or 8 yards right there for Savion.
Rain slowed down quite a bit. I still see folks out there with umbrellas, but I think it's really lightened up. Drake Jones out of shotgun with Gilbert to his right. He keeps it himself this time, goes to the right side and gets down inside the 35-yard line to the 34. That's going to be enough for the first down. Like I said, 1st and 10 now for the Lumberjacks. We'd like to see at least get a touchdown in here.
Yeah, I'd just love to see us put some kind of points on the board here, and it looks like we're heading that way. But, of course, you know, the Shiloh Christian defense may stiffen up here.
It's got to be a while since Coach Embry's been held scoreless.
I don't know if it's ever happened, and hopefully it won't tonight.
Gilbert takes this one up the middle, and he gets it down to about the 30-yard line. Gain of a couple. 8:20 on the clock. And ticking away very quickly with that mercy rule.
Yeah, another carry for Savion and a gain of about solid 4 yards right there, and trying to get his something wrong with his helmet right now, but I think it's all right.
Jones going to set up in a shotgun formation with Gilbert to his left. He takes the snap. Quick pass out to number 7, Jalen Cobb, and it is incomplete.
And Drake never really had control of that ball. He never really had it in his hands, and he threw it, and it just kind of was just threw a duck out there to Jalen. It didn't really have a chance. That play didn't have a chance.
Fast flying duck, too. 7:42 and actually under 7:42 now remaining in the football game. Jones now going to set up in a pistol formation. Gilbert right behind him. Takes a snap. Hand off to Gilbert up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles. Breaks one more all the way down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Lumberjacks. Trying to get something going, just get some points on the board and record them and get his carries.
Yeah, and hopefully we can punch this one in and do a good job right here.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10. Jones out of shotgun with Gilbert to his left. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass to the left side. Throw. And it is incomplete.
Intended for Robert Austin Richardson.
That will bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball, apparently, I thought it was at the 19. Apparently it's on the 20-yard line. 6:50 remaining in the 4th. Drake Jones sets up in a shotgun formation with Gilbert to his right. Von Eric Gonder getting set at the slot. Hand off to Gilbert up the middle. Unable to get past that first tackle this time. Actually may have pulled that guy with him, but finally brought down at around the 17-yard line.
Yeah, he was able to get a couple yards out of that play.
Gained about 3.
Not much happening right there. Didn't block that one very well.
Brings up 3rd down for the Lumberjacks. Jones in a pistol formation. Takes the snap, looking to pass, throwing out to Von Eric Gonder, incomplete off the fingertips. Another pass that should have been caught.
Yeah, if he could have caught that one, he would have taken that one to the house and just couldn't quite hold on, and it'd be a 4th down for the Lumberjacks here.
Coach Embry's going to apparently not elect to go for the field goal here. I thought he might let Fernando Cedeno attempt the field goal, but he's not going to. Jones sets up in a shotgun, looking to pass. Throw, complete. Number 5, Trey English. And he is into the end zone, touchdown. We got on the board finally. Score now 49-6. So a small victory there, able to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, just a hitch route, and I noticed Shiloh actually ran out a starting safety out there to try and prevent us from scoring right there, and obviously that didn't help very much right there, but we were able to get it in the end zone and give Fernando a chance to attempt an extra point here.
This will be his first playoff extra point. He is a freshman kicker. And we're hustling out there. Of course, Terrell Thompson was
limping
hurt.
back out.
Yeah, has a hurt. That's got to be an ankle. He wouldn't be out there if it was a knee, I wouldn't think. If it was anything too terrible, they wouldn't send him back out there. We're set to attempt the extra point. Low snap, gets it on the tee, though. It's up.
They got it through.
And it is good. Great job by number 14, Robert Austin Richardson, of getting that on the tee. Fernando Cedeno knocks it through, and the score is now 49-7. Lumberjacks down to Shiloh Christian. 5:35 remaining in the game, and it's going to be ticking away. As the mercy rule, once Shiloh gets the football here, it'll just keep ticking, and we may not even get another offensive possession.
Yeah, just depends on what we can do on defense. If we can hold them to a 3 and out, then we'll probably get the ball back. But anything less than that, they'll probably be able to run out the clock. And also, I mean, we may just try an onside kick for the heck of it right here.
We might. Why not, I say go for it. You're not in any worse shape than you are when you started. But we'll see. Fernando's set, and, he's kind of aiming that way. He's set up on the left hash, as you can see. And we will see if he tries to onside this. He's set up, though, to look like he may pooch it. But, yeah, that's exactly what he does. Fair caught. Wow, I thought he waved his hand. They're going to let him go, but
he kind of waved it, but he didn't really wave it very, very enthusiastically.
Yeah, it was more like a flick of the wrist, but I was pretty sure he did wave it. But instead, they're going to get the football with pretty decent field position again. But it's going to still be inside Shiloh territory at about the 47-yard line, it looks like. And Warren's defense is going to have to come out and hopefully hold Shiloh under 50. It'd be nice if we could do that.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if we could. Hopefully we can.
Score now 49-7. Lumberjacks down.
And it looks like it's going to be the third quarterback for Shiloh Christian tonight.
They've got a third-string QB in now. We may need to pan a little bit left. There we go. Handoff to the right side. Tripped up. Gain of 2 on the play. Maybe only 1. Be second down and 9.
Number 44, Kendrick Newton on the play right there. Again, just to reiterate, he's another freshman on the team. Future's bright for the Lumberjacks.
Second down and 9 for the Shiloh Christian Saints. They're up 49-7 over the Lumberjacks with 4:50 and ticking away left in this ball game. And I'm sure they're going to let this run down quite a bit all the way, for the rest of the game, all the way, the play clock run down all the way to 1 and then snap the ball, I would figure.
Yeah, they'll let it run as much as they can, as much as they want to.
Shotgun formation. Shiloh takes the snap, hand off to the left side, missed tackle. Man, if we could just make that tackle, that's a loss of 2 yards. But instead, we let them get away, and they gain enough to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, and again, this is the story of the night. Zach Raper, again, was in position to make the play, as some of our other defenders have been, and just couldn't, finish it. Just couldn't finish it.
Clock now going under 4 minutes. And they're getting a call from the sidelines. Shiloh sets up shotgun formation, 2-back set. Here's the snap. Hand off to the left side, met immediately at the line of scrimmage, but another broken tackle, and they gain enough for the 1st down.
And again, just getting there, in position to make the play and just not finishing, not being able to, make the play.
And that brings up a 1st down and 10 for the Saints. Clock at 3:30 and ticking away. 49-7, your score. Shiloh up and pretty much dominated the Lumberjacks so far tonight. We're going to have our SalenaRiverChronicle.com live post-game analysis and report in just a few minutes. Snap, Handoff to the left side, broken tackle. Finally brought down at about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, number 12, Justin Hall on the tackle there. And I'll tell you something, he's played a pretty good game tonight, too. I've been impressed with at least his hustle on the field.
All right, that'll bring up 2nd down and 1. First down marker right on the 30. 2nd and 1. Clock now under 3 minutes at 2:50. And moving, obviously. Again, the mercy rule is in effect. It goes into effect at 35 points. And once it's in effect, it doesn't stop. So clock continues to run. Shiloh sets up in a shotgun formation, back to the left. Here's the snap. Handoff right up the middle. He falls down, though, and he's actually going to lose a couple. And that brings up a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. So decent little loss there, just tripped up.
Yeah, he just tripped up. We've had a couple of issues with that, too.
That's a break for Warren. Like I said, I think the goal here now is just to keep them under 50, which you're going to have to keep them from scoring to do that. Even a field goal will put them over 50. But 49-7 right now is your score. They come out in a shotgun formation, back to the left of the quarterback. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper. He's going to basically quarterback power off tackle to the left.
And he's going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah, going to be a little bit shy. It'll bring up 4th down and about 2 yards, it looks to be. Clock now under 2 minutes at 1:30. Maybe if we can stop them and get our offense back out there somewhat quicker, we can get 14 on the board.
No, well, we'll throw
We'll
throw a couple of go routes. Maybe, but
well, and I
might
also
just hand the ball off too.
We're going to stop them here though for that to happen. Because I'm sure they're just going to go for it and try to get that 1st down.
Yeah, they're just going. Maybe hand it off, see if they can get it.
Shotgun. Oh, and we